Hello, today we're going to talk about factoring using the box method. There's about 4 or 5 different ways that you can factor the numbers. This way is the box method because down here you can see it looks like a box. So you have 5x squared minus 31x plus 30. You have a number in front of the x squared. So when you have a coefficient number in front of the x squared, you this is one of the ways that you can solve it. So a is the first number, so that's going to be 5. Um, b is the minus 31, so negative 31. C is the last one, which is 30. You can come down here and in the first one here, you can put your 5x squared. And in the second one down at the bottom here, you can put your 30. I kind of color coded it for you. So this is purple, this is pink, and this is pink up here, 5x squared. Over here it says A times C, where A is 5, C is 30. So you're going to take the first number and multiply it by the last. And I got to come in this way. So that'll give you 150. And then for B down here, B is your middle term, which will be a negative 31. So if you take a look, you take the first number times the last number. This gives you the 150 here, A times C, the number on the top. And then you take the middle term and put it on the bottom. So you're asking yourself, what two numbers multiply together to give you 150? And when you add them, because this is a plus on the end, when you add them, you get a negative 31. So looking at this, the middle term is negative, and you're adding the two numbers together, so that means both of them are negative. If this was negative on the end, then one would have to be positive and one would have to be negative, and the larger number would get whatever sign's in the middle. So because this is positive, they're either both positive or both negative, because a positive times a positive is a positive, or a negative times a negative is a positive. So you're multiplying, so you know that they both are negative. So you take your factors of 150, so like 1 and 150, 2 and 75, and you keep on going, and you'll find out, because the video is only 5 minutes, you'll find out that this will be a negative 25 and a negative 6. So if I add those two together, I get a negative 31. And if I multiply those two, I get 150. So I go and put the 150 in one of these. The negative 25 in one of these. It doesn't matter which one. So we'll put the negative 25 here. And in this one, I'll put the negative 6. So where did I get those numbers? I got them from these two right here. So if you take a look, what do these two have in common? They have a 1x. And what do these two have in common? They have a 5x. All right, so you ask yourself, this bottom number down here, 5 times what gives me a negative 25? To look at this, 5 times what number gives me a negative 25? And that would be a negative 5. 5 times a negative 5 gives me a negative 25. And looking at these two, what do they have in common? So they both have um, a 6, but if I take a look going this way, this is a negative 5 and this is a 30, so this would have to be a negative 6. They both have a negative 6 in common. So negative 6 times a negative 5 gives me a positive 30, and 1 times a negative 6 gives me a negative 6. 1 times 5 gives me 5. If I multiply um, going across or going up. So here's my answers. And it, right here, it said put the smaller x here. So this is going to be 1, and this is going to be a negative 5. And the larger one is going to be 5 here, and this is going to be a negative 6. So this is using the box method. Once again, first number times the last number to get this 150 here, and what two numbers added together, because this is positive on the end, give you a negative 31.